this has been a developing story for basically most of the week. Chick-fil-A, if you've maybe have heard of it, they sell a few sandwiches here and there.
Chick-fil-A, what's that?
I heard it's some kind of chicken joint. I don't know. They've been basically, this is what they've been doing. They've been taking a lot of their profits, and they have been giving them to anti-gay and places like over in Africa or whatever. And a lot of these places that have these anti-gay bills over there are actually to kill gay people because they don't want gay people around. Now there was one statement they put out that says that oh well, we won't be doing that anymore. We're not going to give our money to anti-religious or not anti-religious, anti-gay places and so forth. Then not even was it several hours later, then they changed it. They changed their policy again, and the website completely changed from what I understand. And then now there's a third time their policy has changed again. These people don't know if they're coming or going. The people out here, I don't know. These people are just driving me crazy, just nuts, because they're trying to get. They're saying they're giving pressure. They're getting pressure from gay rights organizations, so they will stop doing this. And then the hate mail from the loving Christians, not you, Crystal, obviously, but the people that support separation, keeping gays from getting married and whatnot, they're going after and say, oh, you assholes, you should be supporting us, and some really that's just I'm taking that as a little out of context. I don't have the exact wording. But I saw a few of them. I just wish I could remember them all, but they were not very kind to the Chick-fil-A company, basically, because they had decided at first, or I should say not at first, but just recently to change their policies, and now they're capitulating to the religious nut jobs again, possibly. I wish they would just pick. If they should, what they should have done is just not gotten into that position and just stayed out of it and just not been donating to anti-gay stuff to begin with. I mean, if he wants to do that as his own pocket money, that's fine. But as from the business aspect, I don't think it's right. I don't care if his business is based on religion or not. It doesn't. It shouldn't affect the way someone loves somebody else. Joe, your thoughts?
Yeah, when this story first broke, I was like, woohoo, victory, because the Support Chick-fil-A Day was so depressing. Mm-hmm. People were all over Twitter posting pictures of the long lines at Chick-fil-A, saying stupid things like, support Chick-fil-A's freedom of religion. But it wasn't about suppressing their religion. The issue was that they give their money to these anti-gay groups. Some of these groups actually do gay reprogramming, where they take kids and they're like, you're not gay anymore, you're not gay anymore, you like girls, you like boys or whatever, and that's kind of like teaching left-handed kids to write with their right hand, which is something that Catholic schools used to do back in the day. My
mother told me about that kind of stuff. Right. That it was
and that messes up kids. It gives them learning difficulties. And the day of the Support Chick-fil-A protest was going on. I was actually tweeting a lot of these people, and they're like, well, reprogramming gay people is like giving a hearing aid to a deaf child. I'm like, what? No, it's not.
How did they figure that?
It's not even anything close to it. So here I was, I read this story, I was like, yes, a victory, finally, like Chick-fil-A is going to reverse their stance on this, going to stop giving their money to this. And now it's going back and forth, like, well, maybe they are, maybe they aren't. One of the update articles, Rick Garcia, the senior policy advisor for the Civil Rights Agenda, he had a great quote. He said, they're not having a change of heart, they're looking at money. They recognize that they can't get into markets in the Northeast and large metro areas outside the South if they're going to be perceived as anti-gay.
Right.
So right there, it's all about money. It's not about like their acceptance of people.
Yeah, it always comes down to money with religious people. It's always about money. At least as an atheist myself,
you don't care about money.
I don't care about money. Nah. No, at least no. It does for me. It comes down to money too. But at least, hey, at least I'm honest about it. I'm not saying, oh, that's not what it's about. It's about something else completely. No, it's about it. I'm forward. Say it's about money. I need money to keep the show running, keep the equipment from breaking down and crashing. but they're hiding it. They're saying, "Oh, it's about the religion." No, it's not. You know, the people who say that, you know, the biblical say, "Well, we got to keep the biblical version of marriage." I was like, well, if you had actually read it, then you would say, well, look at Samson. It was not Samson. Solomon. He had like over 100 wives, like is either 100 or 200 wives, and then about 50 to 75 concubines on top of that. Mm-hmm. So don't tell me biblical marriage is between a man and a woman. But I'm getting a little off topic. Crystal,
you're absolutely right, though. The Bible has all these different weird definitions of marriage. Like, if a man rapes a woman, she's supposed to marry him. Mm-hmm. And it's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
What?
Yep. They don't tell you that in church.
Yeah, exactly. They skip over that part right after they tell you God hates gay people.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know, the thing is, it's from the same place that they say God hates gay people. It's the same. It's in Leviticus. It also says you don't eat shellfish, and you shouldn't eat pork, and you shouldn't wear blended clothing. But do they say there's actually more in the Bible for doing that, the other ones, than the anti-gay stuff? But mm-hmm. That's the one thing that they focus on like a laser. Crystal, mm-hmm. Go ahead, Crystal. I'm sorry. Your thoughts?
I don't know. I mean, this is just kind of hard because I think that they've really been kind of just hateful and ugly about how their position was. Mm-hmm. I would have respected them more had they held their position, if that's going to be what it is, than to go back and forth as they have done. Mm-hmm. That being said, they are owned by Southern Baptist, smack in the middle of the Bible Belt, and that is what you are taught. Mm-hmm. And so I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. There was a huge response at our Chick-fil-A's around this area. You couldn't even get anywhere near them in support of Chick-fil-A in this area.
You mean they were that busy?
Oh, packed.
Really?
Packed.
You mean on the support day?
You're in the Southern Baptist Bible Belt here. I don't know. I personally, I think it's wrong. I think it's even more wrong for you to backpedal, and their positions are still not clear. Yep. Kathy tweeted that about a fundraiser that Chick-fil-A did for their primary charity, which is the WinShape Foundation. The beneficiary to that is the Marriage and Family Foundation, and they are one of the organizations that the gay rights groups say oppose same-sex marriage. Not only oppose it, but kind of oppose it in a nasty, ugly, you're going to hell for sure manner. Yeah. So I'm really disappointed in Chick-fil-A, personally, myself. And
well, I did look for one to see if there was one in my area, and the nearest one was in Milwaukee.
Oh gosh, we've got them all around here. I mean, literally, there's one a minute from my house. There's one about 5 minutes to the other direction.
Wow.
And I'm telling you guys, you couldn't even get on the side street. There were so many. The churches all got together. They all called the masses in, and they all went in bus loads.
Oh, jeez.
Uh-huh.
You know, it makes me laugh that the people think that if they eat a sandwich that they're supporting supporting religion. Oh, praise God! Have a sandwich. It just doesn't make any sense.